Hello everybody, Lord Almighty here. Today is Saturday, May 21st, 2022, and I have had to call an audible today. I had my heart set on fishing the Raritan River, and unfortunately, the past couple of nights we've had big thunderstorms come through. Water was high and muddy, and while I did give it a try down at Desperation Falls, which is where the big fish come out to play when conditions are like that, nothing happening there, and I was prepared to just turn around and go home, but then I thought, you know what, let me see if I can find a place upriver where I can salvage this day with at least a bunch of small fish. So I made my way up here. As you can see, the water is much clearer, and I like my chances of getting into some fish here. So I'm just going to toss around some light lures on the light pole, and we're gonna see what happens. And what happened is I got hung in a tree first cast. But hey, can only get better from there, right? There we go, fish on. What do we got here? That's a smallmouth. That's a dark fish. Look at that. That is a really dark colored smallmouth. All right. Not bad for a first fish. Very handsome. And back he goes. There we go. Wow. Another one just hit it like a train. Oh, and he came off. That looked like a smallmouth too, and it might have been a little bit bigger. He sure fought like he was. Well, that's good. We're getting action right off the bat here. There we go, fish on. That is nice size red breast sunfish. All right. Those are such pretty fish. I love catching those. I mean, I get sick of them after, like, you know, the 30th one, but they really are nice looking fish. Oh wow, it's a little rock bass. He hit it so light, I didn't think he had the whole thing in his mouth, but he had enough of it. There we go, species number 3 on the day. There are a lot of species in this stretch of creek. If you were around last year, you might remember that I hit this stretch for my 10th anniversary special for the channel with the goal of catching 10 different species, and I came pretty close at this spot. So we could see a nice variety of stuff here today. There we go. What have we here? Oh, it's another redbreast. Okay. Rarely a shortage of those around. Oh, wow. He hit that mighty quick. It's another smallie. Another dark colored one. Okay. Wow, I haven't been here 15 minutes and I'm already racking up the numbers. Oh, there we go. Wow, I think he was swimming right towards me, so I didn't feel the bite right away. Redbreast. They're all about the same size so far, which is to say, not bad. These are definitely on the larger size of the redbreast that you get out of here. There we go. What do we got here? Another rock bass. Cool, cool. The fish are hungry today. Like to see it. Nothing special what I'm doing here. I got the little 2-inch white curly tail grub on the 1/32 ounce jig head, and I'm just casting it out, letting it sink a little bit, and bringing it back on a pretty steady retrieve. Sometimes I'll give it a little hop, but not overthinking it, and the fish seem to be responding. So there we go. Look at that. Whoa! Speaking of responding, that's a rainbow trout. Good thing I brought my net with me. All right, up you go. He absolutely crushed it. Okay. Hook is out, and he is free to go. There we go. Ha 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 ha. Saw this one swimming right at my feet. It's a largemouth. He must have followed it in, and he wondered where it went, and he got it, but I'm sure he regrets it now. There we go, fish on. Little redbreast. It's more like the average size in this river. Or at least in this stretch of river. There we go. Fish on. Looks like a little smallmouth. Yep. Wow, that's a tiny baby. That is a tiny baby smallmouth. Oh, there he goes. He went back in the water. With that kind of energy, that might be a 5-pounder someday. There we go. I just saw that thing disappear. Another one of these guys. I said I'd get sick of them after 30. I'm not even close to that yet, but already hoping that there's some other stuff around. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, it is steaming hot today. It's north of 90 degrees where I'm fishing right now, which might not sound like it's really hot in the grand scheme of things, but, you know, keep in mind, we're still in the middle of May, and it hasn't gotten much higher than 70 degrees at any time all spring so far. So to suddenly be hit with Florida weather It's a little bit of a shock to the system, but fortunately the fish don't seem to mind. I'm sure they're a lot more comfortable in that 65-degree water than I am in the 90+ degree heat and humidity. There we go, fish on. In the shade of the bridge. Feels nice to get out of the sun. There's not a cloud in the sky today. A brief respite from the mugginess. There we go, fish on. Another smallmouth. Might be the biggest one of the day. Which isn't saying much, but at least we're moving up in the world. Alrighty. There we go, fish on. Been getting so many hits out there, and finally one of them ate it. And it's another redbreast. Oops. Alrighty, he's eager to get back, so I will oblige him. There we go. What is this? Another redbreast. This one's a bit washed out, but it's definitely a redbreast. There we go. Jumping like a smallmouth. And that's what we got. Alrighty. Another creek smallie. One of my favorite things to catch. Oh, that one hit it as soon as it hit the water on the other side. And that's a redbreast. Okay. There we go. This feels like a little guy. Yep, little redbreast. They're still keyed in on a little curly tail grub. That's all I've been using all day. I've been fishing for like an hour and a half, and I've lost count of how many fish I've caught. Gotta be close to 20. There we go. Hit that pretty hard. Another redbreast. At least it is of the larger variety. Well, everybody, I am gonna have to call it a day here. Not because the bite stopped or because it's getting too late, but I ran out of water and I can feel myself starting to cramp up a little bit, which means I'm dehydrated, and if I don't get out of this hot sun, I could get heat stroke and die. and that is not an adventure that I want any part of. So gonna hop in the truck and turn the AC on full blast, probably pick up something to drink along the way, and just call it a day early. Turned out to be a pretty decent day. Didn't catch anything big, but I didn't think I would. Just a fun day catching fish on the light gear. And considering that my plan A was high and muddy and didn't yield any results, this was a pretty successful plan B. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you on the next adventure.